大家好，我是卡拉，欢迎收听今天的早安英文。
Hey guys, I'm Dave, welcome back.
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
Yay, okay, yeah, that's so weird. Interviews are a two-way street. The hiring manager isn't the only one supposed to ask questions. I mean, when you're in an interview, the person who is giving the interview is not the only person who should give questions.
对，这个 interview 一个面试呢并不是一个单向的事情啊，它是一个双方的交流，所以呢有的时候我们其实也是有一些想要问的问题的。 So in our podcast today we will be talking about some important things you should ask your employer, and we're gonna tell you how to ask them.
Yeah, Kara is having a hard time to say this.
Okay.
Okay, first things first. Number one, we have to know what kind of stuff we need to know before asking those questions, like what are the important stuff in finding a job. Number one is flexibility. Okay, flexibility is really important to some people. It means that the job that you're looking for, the job that you're asking to be hired to, is more flexible with time, and you know, they give you more time working or less time working. You can ask for flexible time, and that's actually quite important for some people.
那我们来讲一下这个关键词啊，是叫做 flexibility， 它的本来的意思呢是弹性或者说灵活性。那在这里呢，它指的就是你这个工作时间，就你这个工作时间是否灵活，是否有弹性。那这个问题呢，我觉得是比较重要的。所以呢，比如说你可以问说 How flexible would the work life be here?
The work life here isn't as flexible as you might imagine, but we are trying our best to make a better environment.
第二点呢，就是关于这个周末了，因为我们知道，就是有的公司呢，它是单休，也就是说叫做 a 2 or 1 day weekend， 这个是非常重要的。In some companies, they have only 1 day weekend. A lot of people have problems with that, so of course you should ask about that.
Exactly. So what would be the question here, Kara?
那这个时候呢，你就可以问说 With me working here, would I normally be working on weekends, or do I get a 2-day weekend?
We normally have weekends off. Don't worry about it. Yeah. The third thing we need to talk about is the annual leave. You need to ask about the amount of vacations you would have annually. Some companies don't even have enough annual leaves, or some companies even don't have them at all.
那这个第三点呢，就是 annual leave 年假。那这个时候要怎么问呢？你可以说 How many leave days would I annually get working here?
We get 9 days as leave days.
That's cool.
Yay. Yo.
好，那接下来第四个就是 an important thing to ask is the work environment.
Yes.
就是这个工作环境。You need to ask about your colleagues and the work environment to see if that kind of environment would suit you. 那你可以怎么问呢？你可以讲说 How is the work environment here? Is it a cold environment, or are my colleagues friendly?
Our staff is really friendly, and we all try to have a great work environment between us. Now, here's the other thing. The fifth thing we need to talk about is the salary, but salary should only be asked at the final stage of hiring, so you can have a good negotiation deal with the hiring manager. Let me explain what I mean. I mean, if you're having an interview with this person, this hiring manager, and you suddenly, in the beginning of the interview, ask about the money, this guy's not going to think about your professional views. He's only going to think that you only care about this job for the money.
对。
So you only care about the money until the end, when you already think this guy is going to hire you. That's
对
it.
所以首先呢，就是你不要一上去就问这个工资，首先你要让对方认可你，就觉得这个事儿差不多成了之后，再开始跟对方聊这个 salary 这个工资的事情。所以，打个比方，可以这么问说 Last but not least, I would love to negotiate my salary. I think it is way too low. I know my responsibilities are a lot, so I think I deserve more.
Well, how much of a raise would you think is a reasonable enough raise?
Don't go too high.
Yeah, exactly. Here, when someone asks you how much, you should never go too high.
对
Just think of a reasonable price.
对，一个 reasonable， 一个合理的这个价格啊。最后 number 6, you need to ask about the role of your job exactly. Also ask what is the career path of your job. 就是你的这个职业规划，或者说你这个职业未来的这个发展前景是什么？那比如说你可以这样子问说 Where do you see my job taking me? And how often do people get raises here?
Well, it depends on how much work you are willing to put into the work, and based on that, people get raises. Alright guys, we shared a lot of phrases and questions about job interviews. We hope that you learned a lot with us today, and thank you so much for listening.
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
我是 Day，
我是卡拉，
下期再见，拜拜。
好帅，大家拜拜。